Come to think of it, the biggest businesses are recognized from afar. You know their logo, symbol, sign, and importantly, their color. What makes your business different from other small businesses? You need to find your color or a mixture of colors that will immediately set you apart. Now dey hear so. Wetin go make your business quick catch customer eye? You suppose find that color where they go take know you. So imagine say you dey sell bend down jeans for railway. How customer want to find you for the same place where they sell the same clothes? You go tell am say, bros, if you sure, if you sight that red kpako from afar, just dey come. Now my shop be that. You need to find your color or a mixture of colors that will immediately help you stand out. Your next lesson comes up after the break. Make I tell you, the only difference between that big company where they sell phone for VI and you where they sell a wagon for Shomolu, na the eye where you look your market. If you put your mind, say, this your small business, go turn from Lekpa, enter Orobo, it go happen now. For example, our guest on the show today, Bimpe Onakoya, grew up in Ondo State loving makeup as a little girl, and also rose from tying gele for her friends in Unilag to become one of Africa's top-notch makeup artists. Presently, she's the artistic director of a large international brand, Maybelline New York in Nigeria. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Funmi.
Now, I must say it's been a long journey, 11 years if I'm correct?
Oh, yes.
Give us in a very, very short sentence how it has been.
Well, it's been sweet and sour.
It's
been very, very sweet and sour. I started after I graduated from Unilag. You know that period where I was waiting for my call-up letter. And because I was always, you know, doing fashion, well, not fashion week, Hall Week, you know, for free. You know, I just love to make people look beautiful. I just love to make people happy. And Biohastro finished from my department like 2 years before I did. He picked an interest in me and he called me to join his team. I was the only girl. And it was just one day training.
One day?
Just one day training. And the next day, I was at St. Maurice Fashion and Style. Remember St. Maurice?
Yes, I do.
Yes. It would really be nice for me to see the makeup I did that day, but that was it. I fell in love with the vibe, the energy backstage. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. I found my calling. And no going back.
Now, talking about your first makeup job, you just talked about it.
Yes.
And you want to see what it looks like first, what you do now.
Yes, yes.
It's been a journey.
Yes.
And there's been ups and downs, but like everybody else, there's certain things that keeps you in a certain business that you know this is where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
What is it for you?
Well, I love what I'm doing. I'm not in it because of the money. I enjoy it. The joy on a client's face when they look at the mirror, it's priceless. That gives me satisfaction. For sister, I'm also making money from it. So it's even better. It's even better. So, you know.
Not to be representing a large brand like Maybelline. We'll get to that. But there's a journey.
Yes.
Which you're coming from. There's been ups and downs.
Yes,
There's been the kick-off position.
Yes.
And usually you just find young people now who just wake up and say, okay, when I grow up, I'm going to be a makeup artist.
Yes.
Is it that easy?
It is not. What I want people to know is that, number one, is about the artistry. You need to keep practicing. You need to keep learning. Don't just think that you know how to apply gold eyeshadow and red lipstick and that is it. You might make money you will make money. but you won't leave that position. You'll be there for a while. But, you know, I always like to tell people to pursue excellence.
Excellence.
And forget success. With excellence comes success.
Nadia, pursue excellence, forget
then
excess.
Leave this success. But they know they greed. They know they greed. They want money, then they pursue money, glamour, you know. They no pursue the cocoa.
Which is excellence.
Yes. Even their artistry, they're not perfect.
So how do you perfect the mastery?
Learning, you know, looking beyond the shore of your country, trying to keep yourself as per with the international market. Look what is going on around the world. Come out of this your little corner of the universe and check what is going on.
Now, for there to be continuity in this business, it has to be more than the money. What has kept you on so far?
Well, consistency matters a lot. You know, you need to be on top of your game. You know, easy, but you have to be on top. You have to be ready. I've been ready for a long time. You don't think. Why don't they prepare myself for Maybelline? I don't know what they come, but I was ready.
You didn't know they were coming at all?
I didn't know. People were asking me, Bimpe, when are you going to start your own line, your own makeup line? I'm like, not really.
Okay.
That's not how I see myself. I see myself more as an artistic director. I want to be with an international brand. I don't want to start from, you know, I'm not ready for that one. My idea for a bigger one. And then, lo and behold, Mohammed came to my mountain.
Okay.
Maybelline came to Nigeria, and then they found me. Now, so the thing can't take jello.
You go pause more. May not be say we just the yarn. We'll take a short break, look at the works of Bimpe Onakoya, and you will judge by yourself. We'll be back in a minute. Bimpe Onakoya is the artistic director of Maybelline New York, Nigeria. She is a dynamic and creative makeup artist with over 11 years industry experience spanning television, editorial shoots, bridal beauty, fashion shows, and events. She has worked alongside some industry's most influential photographers, top models, stylists, and fashion designers. Bimpe has worked at the New York Fashion Week with top designers like DKNY, Lacoste, Suno, Mara Hoffman, Turing. She was lead makeup artist at such high-profile events such as Arise Fashion Week 2011 and one of the team leaders for 2012. She has been the head of makeup right from inception for MTN Lagos Design and Fashion Week. She has also worked on high-profile models like Alex Weck, Oluchi Agbani Derego, as well as having numerous magazine covers to her credit, including Mania, TW, Genevieve, just to mention a few. Bimpe has had an innate understanding of color, great command of technique, flair and artistry that stands her out from the pack. She is a true professional. She's an icon in the makeup industry. If you're just joining us, we're sitting with makeup guru Bimpe Onakoya, and she's also the representative of the international brand Maybelline New York in Nigeria. Now, I need to ask you, Maybelline is here, we agree, but there were some rough times. There has to
Definitely. It was a lot, not just one.
A lot of rough times.
Yes.
Which in particular comes to mind?
Okay, when I started, I remember while I was understudying bio, there were days that I would borrow money just to do a particular job, and it's not as if I'll be paid at the end of the day. So, but my love for the artistry didn't allow me to, you know, take a break or to go back. It was rough. It was really rough.
Wow.
I just wanted to perfect my craft. This is my life. To some people, this is my life. It is what I eat, I drink, I dream. Every second of the day, it's makeup.
No, but to think about that, years back at that time, the makeup industry hadn't really bloomed.
Yes.
Yet in Nigeria in particular.
Yes.
It was really hard. It was really hard to market what you were doing.
Not really. I even think there was more value then than now.
Why?
Because the amount that, because we're not that many, so we actually earned more money. Now everything that is, it was interesting, the way the thing was opening up and people were coming into it, more and more people were, we were training people, and then, right now there's so many makeup artists in the country.
Yeah.
It's interesting watching that journey. People just want to come in now because they think that there's money to be made. In the job, yeah, there is money to be made. But what are you doing for yourself to keep yourself in the business? Do you just want to come in and then rush out?
Rush out. Because you notice, if you walk down the street, you see
every corner,
a shop, every corner is a makeup artist.
Every corner.
It's one that ties gele.
People are becoming so aware.
Is the makeup industry the same as setting up every other business? The same standards of registering the name?
Well, maybe not really. Most people don't do all that formality. They just go to a makeup school, learn, and then before they are done, they've printed their cards, and some of them, before they are done, they start teaching other people. While they're still in makeup school, they themselves are teachers.
But there's a disadvantage because when an international brand comes in, like Maybelline came in, you need all your background work that you've done before.
Yeah, most people don't think that way. Like most new generation makeup artists, they're just in it for bridal. That's where the money is. They all want to do bridal makeup. They don't, like, my first love is fashion, it's editorial, and then for you to really succeed in this industry as a makeup artist, you need to do everything. You need to do bridal, you need to do everything. So bridal came in much later. For me. It came in much later, right from the ones that's always been my love for fashion, for editorial, and that sort of, the angle at which I'm coming from is a little more versatile
compared to just bridal. Because I follow you on Instagram and I saw your pictures as you posted them, your experience in the New York Fashion Week.
Oh gosh,
and
that was awesome.
Being, should I say, the only African?
Well, the first African-based international makeup artist.
And you're standing there amongst the other celebrities in quote and unquote.
Yes.
How was the experience for you?
It was epic. It was epic. That was the reality
of all your hard work.
Yes, and my dream in Technicolor. I've always wanted to be at not just any fashion week, New York Fashion Week or Milan Fashion Week or Paris Fashion Week. And then when it happened, and I found myself working in the midst of all these international makeup artists from all over the world. And then we all came together, as one. No, there's no one that's above any other. All of us came in with our own wealth of experience. It was just beautiful. And I'm very thankful. I'm really grateful, and I'm happy because I think really that every makeup artist should experience that. That was beautiful.
You mentioned editorial. I know that I've seen kudos to your name in fashion magazines like Mania. Could you also list out other stuff that you've done? Yeah,
well, this is what I do like every day, not just Mania, Genevieve. Most of the magazines around, I've worked with them, and not just work with them, most of them, like I started from scratch with them. And Fashion Week, I'm head of makeup for Lagos Fashion and Design Week, head of makeup, Arise Fashion and Design. I've been doing this right from beginning. So right now, when it comes to anything like Fashion Week, now your babe. And then, and then, I had the pleasure of working, I like work.
Yes.
When people ask me, who are the people you would like to touch their faces? For me, it has always been more like people like Alec Quake than Beyonce. Like, of course, I would love to do Beyonce. I would love to do Rihanna. But for me, as an African, you know, what makes me happy is someone like Alec. And then Alec came to me and I walked on her face. That was an experience.
Wow.
We were like this, we bonded. Because when I saw her, I was like, I was just crying. I was like, she just fell down, she was laughing, and that was it.
Now let's move from Sudan to Nigeria, because she's an international model from
Yes.
Sudan. In Nigeria, which of our celebrities are you acquainted with?
that question is funny.
The list is long.
That one is funny because...
Let's give us a few.
We know we come up for you.
Try.
Okay. God, I don't like to call names. I don't like to call names, but really, if you say the celebrities, like the real celebrities, it's just maybe one or two that have not done
Their makeup.
Like I've done basically everybody. Omotola does not even allow anybody to touch her face. I do Agbani. Everybody. I know I don't want to mention names.
Including me.
You know, I mean, this is what I've been doing this for a while. So it's, you know, yeah.
Okay. There are young girls out there who have seen makeup as a vocation, who see that this is truly their passion. What will you say to them?
They should go for it. They should go for it because if they really love it, they will make money and still enjoy what they do. You know, sometimes when I go to the bank, honestly, it's a pity. I don't know why people tie themselves to places where they're not happy. We are, as long as your brain has been trained, and that's what I think university, higher institution is for. It does not really matter what you study. As long as your brain has been trained for something, don't be scared. Take a bold step. Most of the people I meet, most of the people that work behind the counter, they are not happy. But they are scared.
Of the unknown.
They are scared of the unknown. I'm like, is this how you're going to continuously live your life? Being scared, you want to live, but you can't. And then you're there, year 1, year 2, year 3. Before you know what's happening, your life is gone. And then one day they might just even sack you.
And you drop to bottom.
Yes. So in the process of going around the country promoting Maybelline, you know, I discovered that most of the young girls and boys, they need people to motivate them. So what I do is once I'm done teaching, I also, you know, put them together, talk about life, and, you know, they need people to motivate them. I see their expressions. They don't want to leave. They are asking questions. You know, so I just help them, you know, to steer them in the right direction. You know, help them to always, you know, have like a backup. When most of us were in the university, we're thinking, oh, when I'm done, I'm going to, nothing is waiting for you. When you're done, you need to hustle for it. Nothing is waiting for you. So always have a backup plan, you know, just in case it doesn't work that way. Don't leave yourself for failure. For
time or for chance.
Yeah, yes, don't leave yourself. Just know that, okay, this is what I want to be and work steadily towards it. And sky is just the beginning. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
She's not done here. More to come after the break. Once upon a time, Steve Jobs wanted to transform his small business, Apple Computers, to the next level. So he went looking for the man who was responsible for making Pepsi outsell Coca-Cola in the USA. And he asked him a now famous question. Do you want to keep selling sugared water for the rest of your life? Or will you join me for a chance to change the world? Now that was in 1983. Today, Apple is the second largest IT firm in the world. What's the moral of the study? Even though you're operating a small business, have a huge vision for it. In other words, that's your small business. Don't take small eye look am. Take big eye look am. If you dey sew agbada for Oyinbo market, take and say one day you sef go sew president clothes Or if na agege bread you dey carry the waka dey sell, look and say one day you sef go get your own bakery. Small businesses remain small when you don't have big visions for it. And how do you do that? This is SME Chronicles, business school on TV, where we focus on the progress of small and medium-scale businesses and also help you grow yours. We have more to come on the other side of the break. This is the Business School on TV, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Before you go, I'd like to ask, have you ever seen a purple cow? You probably say you haven't, but if you have, I'm sure you will never forget it. That's how your business should be. You suppose get what you do for your small business, so you say another person no fit do. When make customers they come, even carry their friends join body. So, for your homework, get a copy of the book Purple Cow, written by Seth Godin. It's a small and beautiful book that teaches your business on how to grow and stand boldly. Did you learn anything today? And if you did, please send us a comment or ask your question. We'll do our best to answer you. You make profit when customers get from you what they can't get elsewhere. But if your work be like another person's work, where go they reach your site? But if you show say your levels past their own, now you be say not only your shop now go the branch. So make an effort to stand out. I'll see you again next week. Take good care of yourself.